Here, you can have it back. Good job, Burn Master. You're awesome. Alright, gotta fix some stuff. Fixing my guns. Oh. A couple of these things. Plus, I get more of one of. There. Where are we? Oh, Hubris Comics. Where's Hubris Comics at? Must be that building. I don't think we can go into that one. Fun guy. Oh, jeez. There's a courtyard down there. Well, I'm gonna save my game, so I don't do that again. Is there a door over here? There is. Can we go in here? We can! Come on, Jesse. Let's see what wild and crazy adventures await us inside. So far, so good. Nothing. Nada. You goofy terminal. Aww. It's a bummer. Receptionist terminal. Air conditioning controls. System inoperative. Release schedule. Hubris Comics, Summer of 2077 schedule. A glorious summer for Hubris and America. June. Captain Cosmos, Truth, Justice, and a Space American Way. Kid Wacky, Zany Hijinks. Grognak the Barbarian, Revenge of the Mansarian. Tales from the Front, Alaska Unbowed. July. Grognak, Salute to the Troops. Tales from the Front, Liberated Canada. Captain Cosmos, Invasion of the Black Planet, and Drake Tugston, Chrono Cowboy. August, Tales from the Front, The Red Terror. Underground Life, Vault Boy Special. Grognak the Barbarian, an axe for all ages. Captain Cosmos, the radioactive spaceman from space. Yeah, I think I missed my calling too. Letter to the editor. Requiem for an Antagonist. Grognak the Barbarian is an excellent comic for many reasons, but one of the most widely respected ones in the depth of its villains. Really? From the cold-blooded manipulations of the Mansarian to the love-hate romance with Femra, the stories of Grognak's enemies are every bit as fascinating as his own tales. But, for my money, no tale is more tragic and more fascinating than that of the antagonizer. While never developed as fully as major villains like Skullpocalypse or Mastodonald, the portrait of the orphaned girl raised by ants and instilled with a bitter hatred of humanity has tremendous potential for reader connection and possible redemption. However, in Grognak and the Ants of Agony, Mr. Neptuna threw away all of that potential by simply threatening the antagonizer as a two-dimensional villain with a futile and pointless grudge against mankind. His writing replaced her subtle undertones of lost humanity and tragically lost innocence with the worst sort of mustache-twirling crusade dialogue. It was an offense to a deep and tragic character. How a hack like that continues to find work in comics is beyond my comprehension. Hubris Comics should fire him and return the series to the capable hands of Mr. Morales. Until that time, I refuse to buy another comic from what used to be my favorite publisher, Obsessed in Oakmont. Beta testing notice. Beta testing. Miss Grenier, Beta testing members of the Grognak's Little Heathens fan club will begin visiting the offices to participate in beta testing our Reign of Grelok software. Participants must fill out the participation agreement and should be be directed to the testing station 15 minutes prior to their scheduled appointment time. Just follow the main hallway all the way to the end and go through the door on your right. From there, the beta testing area is just down the smaller hallway to your right. You think the lady that runs the receptionist doesn't know where to go? Rebecca, personal note, some members of the fan club may be a little exuberant. We realize that you're not a babysitter and appreciate the extra trouble you'll be going to this week. This beta test is very important to getting our Hubris software venture off to a good start, so please do your best and keep things under control out front. You will be compensated at the time and a half for the week as a token of our gratitude for your trouble. Press release. For immediate release, Hubris Comics and Vault-Tec Incorporated unveil Vault Boy Meets Hell's Chain Gang limited 5-part miniseries. The very best in invincible entertainment and impenetrable vaults. Really? Team up to bring comic fans a gripping grimoire of greatness. Grimoire? Really? This is targeted at kids, right? From their headquarters in Washington, D.C., Hubris Comics announced today plans to bring a beloved American icon into Hubris Comics universe, none other than the benevolent Vault Boy character. Vault Boy, as a perfect choice for our new Hell's Chain Gang series, says Hubris Comics chief of publishing Peter Snyder, in which those valiant, I can't read, everybody, I'm sorry, I didn't go to school, in which those valiant vigilantes, really? Who talks like this? Take on Chairman Chang's commie cyborg corps. After all, Vault Boy knows a thing or two about going up against that red menace. Wait, why would Vault... I don't know. Vault Boy helped build vaults, not fight a war. Anyway, the 5-part miniseries will feature an alternate future in which Chinese communists have invaded America. Not so alternate. Vault Boy and Hell's Chain Gang are the last best hope for America to break free from the shackles of communism in this cautionary tale of vigilance. It has always been Vault-Tec's mission to educate and protect our countrymen from the communist threat. It's a comic book, yeah, okay. Commented Vault-Tec Public Relations Executive Joanne Strausser. This exciting project is a perfect opportunity to thrill young Americans while sending home an important message for us all. Every good American must help shoulder the burden of freedom and always be wary of the communist threat. The first issue of this miniseries will be available on newsstands everywhere this holiday season. About Hubris Comics. Hubris Comics, a branch of Hubris Publishing, headquartered in Washington, D.C., has been producing printed entertainment since 2021. Hubris Comics are known for such popular properties as Grognak the Barbarian, Hell's Chain Gang, and The Inspector. Oh, and this is why I don't normally read these things out loud, because I fumble it all the way up. Hubris Comics. The Adventures of Captain Cosmos. Yeah, I'll stop. Sorry. I can't help it. It's just so easy to get into character, Jesse. I'll tell you. So much fun. Oh, hey, let's... go over here, check out this. See? So worth it. Oh! Cute. So cute. So cute. I don't know what would have happened to me if that had tripped. I'm actually kinda worried about that. Oh! Magic arms. I can reach all the way around and get that stuff. This would have happened. Thanks to your quick wit, you have disarmed the trap. I have a terrible feeling my skills are not up to par. Run! Woo! You know, it's kind of creepy. It's all left of this demonic-looking doll's head. You know, this place is laid out kind of funny. Ooh. That's very kind. I'm really gonna have to find me one of them dart guns, because I got a ton of darts. Yay for ammo. A is for ammo. B is for bayonet. C is for claymore. D is for don't touch. I know, I could have said like detonator. Okay, D is for detonator then, fine. E is for explosives. F is for... Jesse, what's a good one for F, following that theme of, you know, weaponry, explosives, and whatnot? F. Come on, Jesse, help me. Just stand there like a mute. F is for frag grenade. Yeah, frag. Oh, frag. F is for frag. G is for grenade. Haha, see? H. What's H? H is for... Nope, I'm still thinking. Don't worry. Jason, what's H for? Handbow. You're right. H is... Wow! Ow. I... Yes, continuing along. I is for incinerate. J is for... What is J for?
Help me!
Why?
Flank 'em!
You found things? It's been so quiet this whole time. Oh, just got hurt, so may as well just this. There. Whoops. J.
What's the matter, huh? Can't stand the sight of your own blood?
Nice. Nice job, Jesse. We're on J. What did we decide J was for again? Oh, we didn't. J. Oh, J is for justice. K is for kiloton. Plans. Look around. You are standing on a wide plain. Foothills stretch out to the north. Clouds gather around an ominous peak. A dirt path winds from a lonely chapel to the east, through the plains where you're standing, and south into a bustling town. Wispy mists gather over marshland in the west, where a thin tower stands alone in the bog. Go north, go south, go east, go west. Inventory. Have a rusty sword and a drinking flask. Your weapon. Rusty but trusty. A very small flask to carry water. Go west. Swamp, look around. You are standing on a narrow stone path in a dark marsh. Greasy bubbles float to the top of the bog waters on either side and pop lazily, splattering your legs with muck and slime. A short stone tower squats here. No doors visible, and the stones are smooth and polished. A balcony juts out midway up the tower's face. The heady smells of incense mix with the nauseating stench of the swamp. The stone path unfurls eastward toward a broad plain beyond the marshes. A wizard is here, gesticulating wildly from his balcony. Talk to the wizard. The wizard beckons wildly at you from his balcony. "You're here! You've arrived!" he exclaims. After an awkward silence, he jabs an excited finger into a crystal ball, nearly knocking it into the bog. "I've seen! You see! You're the one to defeat Grelok! Whoa-ho! The little man hops onto the railing, spinning a pirouette. "Now's the time! Now the time's come to play my part. Toss up the gem!" The wizard's brow furrows. Got things a bit out of order, have I? Come back when you've got a powerful gemstone. Soon. I've never got to fulfill prophecy before. East. Go north. Mountainside look around. You are on the craggy, wind-blasted face of a mountain. Storm clouds coil around the summit, pelting you and the sparse vegetation with torrential downpour. Far below, beyond the foothills, a wide plain stretches across the southern horizon. Grelok is here, spewing heresies. A glint between the rocks catches your eye. Investigate glinting object. You take a rough gemstone from the rocks. Oh. Go south. Go west. Talk to the wizard. Ho-ho! The Slayer of Grelok approaches, raw stone in hand, just as I've seen. The wizard's pointy hat bobs excitedly as he points a finger at you. Suddenly, a pale orange arc of light extends from the knobby finger and draws the gemstone from your bag before you can react. The gemstone halts and hovers in the air before the wizard's nose. Essence be true, power renew, fatty hoodoo! With that, he slaps the hovering stone, smashing it against the smooth stone of the tower. In a burst of light, the stone splits into two, and one lands in each outstretched palm of the hopping little wizard. Shard for the sword! Wrap her in iron, and she'll find Grelok's black heart for you. Take the shaft, too. You'll need payment for a smith and to forge the weapon. He tosses the stones down, which you leap forward to catch safely. Go east. Go east. Chapel. You stand at the end of a dirt path, facing a small chapel. The stucco walls are faded. Many roof tiles are missing. The great oaken doors are locked. The congregation is nowhere to be found. A small cemetery of crooked headstones lies in the shadow of the cracked steeple. The dirt path winds westward through a great featureless plain. A zombie totters aimlessly nearby. There is an open grave nearby. Use sword, zombie. Your blow knocks the zombie into a grave. Examine grave. There is a deep, empty grave in the cemetery. Several bloated rats and a zombie corpse float in a foot of filthy water at the bottom. Don't fall in! A grotesque zombie head is stuck on a root near the top of the grave. You bag the horrific trophy as proof of your deed. Go west. Go south. Town. You're standing in the dusty market square of a quiet town. Many of the shops and homes lie abandoned, and the citizens that can be seen speak in hushed voices, casting furtive glances at the darkened skyline in the distant north. The ringing of an anvil breaks the silence regularly, where a mustachioed blacksmith bends over his work in a nearby tent. The blacksmith is here, working. A priest is here, drinking. Speak with the blacksmith. The blacksmith regards you gruffly, and is about to dismiss you when you produce the polished gemstone from your bag. He sets his hammer aside and twirls his mustache. A right fine stone, that is, he says, admiring the faceted stone. What would you be needing, then? Following your careful instructions, the smithy reforges your rusty sword with the magic shard at the center of the blade. Speak with the priest. The priest drunkenly curses the undead who have defiled his church. You present him with the decapitated zombie head from your bag. Praise you, he hiccups. Praise Grelok's influence isn't so strong. With that, he turns his decanter over on the head and tosses into a fireplace, where it bursts into purple flame and burns up almost instantly. I must gather my faithful. He presses a brass key into your palm. Please help yourself to what little may be of use at my chapel. Go north. Plains. Go south. No, north. So go east. Chapel. Yes. Examine chapel. Dust motes hang lazily in the shafts of colored light stretching across the chapel from peaked windows. The pews, pulpit, and everything else are covered in a fine mist. There is a very deep stone cistern near the entrance. It is full to the brim with blessed water. There is more than enough water here to fill your tiny flask. Drinking flask. Your flask is full of blessed water. Magic sword and enchanted weapon to defeat Grelok's brass key. West. north. Mountainside. You are on the craggy, wind-blasted face of a mountain. Storm clouds coil around the summit, pelting you. Yes, okay. Use magical sword on Grelok. When you draw your sword, Grelok lowers his great horned head and bellows laughter in your face. You grit your teeth and swing a mighty two-handed blow, the magical blade ringing clearly even amid the tumult of throaty cackling. You swing the sword so fiercely it escapes your grip and hurtles into the open maw of the monstrosity, lost from sight in the arid darkness of Grelok's throat. You step back as Grelok jerks his mouth shut and stands upright. He is still for a moment, then starts clawing at his neck. Muffled, a ringing can be heard, as if from a great distance. Suddenly, Grelok's chest bursts in the fount of viscous green blood. The ringing can be heard clearly now, as the thick lifeblood oozes around the protruding tip of the magic sword. The storm clouds swirling the peak are already clearing. Grelok is defeated. The end. Thanks for playing. Victory! Thanks for playing. Game over.